Good evening, everybody. Hearty welcome. A pleasure to have my fellow panelists with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to everybody in Canada and USA. People, those are going for morning walk, morning jog, we just give them a wonderful, happy morning. Go for your jog, go for your walk, have a nice stroll and nice exercise. And of course, early lunch time, you must be having your soup and you must be enjoying your preparations for your lunch in entire Europe in the different countries. Early evening in India and Southeast Asia, and of course, late evening in Australia and New Zealand. So while extending a hearty welcome to each one of you, wherever you are in the different parts of the world, we bring in today the second webinar in our series where we are talking about how to manage your lifestyle and how to look for your well-being. So ladies and gentlemen, let me put my hands together and extend a very, very warm welcome to my fellow panelists, distinguished panelists, eminent panelists, those who have joined us. They're going to rock the show because they are the star of the show. And of course, you're also star of the show wherever you are. I can feel Vikas Malhotra going early in the morning for the jog. Monit Pal also going for the jog right in Toronto. And at the same time in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and a couple of other places. And of course, just finished with the dinner by Professor Robert Inbakaran, his family, and everybody, Dr. Chug, Dr. Roitas Batta, and everyone in Australia, and of course, Mr. Sethi in New Zealand. Mrs. Geeta Chopra in Bahrain, and Neha, you're again in Australia, and Diksha, you're also in Australia. Wonderful, all of you. And of course, Dr. Mohan Gunti from Cambodia, our president from Bangkok, Professor Pantip Narula, our past president, Karan Singh Chakralji from Singapore, and at the same time, Dato Rameshji from Malaysia, and present India, Myanmar Chamber of Commerce, Nareshji from Myanmar, and Laos, my friend, my brother. Happy Idul Fitr and happy Eid Mubarak to you in Laos, Habib Bhai, and others wherever you are world over. So ladies and gentlemen, while extending a very hearty welcome to our distinguished guests and fellow panelists, and give you a little profile and the brief. Our chamber, ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, it's basically linked up with the non-resident Indians world over, along with the PIOs, and of course, a lot of other friends. Those are in the watch party today, Facebook Live, wherever you are watching through our Facebook live telecast. So in your watch parties, in your groups, wherever you are, more and more friends. Our chamber, ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, which is for the consultancy, research, innovative strategies, and of course, skills training and education. The complete gamut of the services sector when we talk about, we have the government, corporate, and NRIs business interfaces there for the FDIs, FIIs, services exports, whatsoever we can think of. 30 million prominent non-resident Indians abroad in different countries, and then further your friends and your friends and your friends. So hearty welcome on behalf of ICSI, as well as our partner for this particular series, Namo Gange. Those are dealing in health and wellness, nature and environment, Kala and Sanskriti, and of course, women empowerment, a journey to a healthy world. So Namo Gange also joins with ICSI while extending hearty welcome to each one of you, wherever you are in the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished speakers to whom you're going to listen today, and they're going to have a lot of informal discussion, deliberation, chats, whatever you feel like. The whole platform is yours and theirs. I would not like to stand too much in between, but the protocol demands that I should give a little note of all of them because they had been kind to spare their valuable time and you have been kind to spare your time. So both these synergies which I have to brought together, we start with Professor Dr. Alok Kumar Srivastava. Let me first introduce all the four speakers with you, and thereafter we will start with Professor Alok Kumar Srivastava ji. Now, Dr. Alok Kumar Srivastava is a doctor of Ayurvedic medicine. He's an educationist, researcher, writer, and a healer. He has experience of practicing an Ayurveda consultant and Panchkarma specialist for over 16 years. And he was in Budapest in Hungary and a couple of other places also. I was sharing with him in my discussions and deliberations. He is a renowned teacher and a motivational speaker as well. He has published more than 102 research papers in national, international journals, member of editorial referral committee of 10 reputed research journals related to Ayurveda, wellness, and of course, holistic healing and a couple of other areas related directly or indirectly to wellness. He is awarded with the Award of Excellence for Academics and Administration from Uttarakhand, which is a beautiful place in the mountains with a lot of greenery, ecotourism, nature tourism when I talk about herbal plantation. And that is Uttarakhand Ayurveda University located in the foothills at Dehradun. He completed 4 research projects under CCRAS, Government of India as principal investigator. Hearty welcome to Professor Dr. Alok Kumar Srivastava ji this evening. Along with him, you would also have Acharya Shri Krishna Dev ji. He's a yoga and meditation faculty, founder chairman, World Welfare Mission. Now, when you talk about mind and happiness coach, when you talk about global healer, you talk about author, international life management coach. The mind management is also very important, corporate wellness and stress management guru, and a motivational speaker as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you will enjoy all of them in sequence, one after another. Thousands of people have benefited from his dynamic workshops in corporate houses, institutions, and social as a keynote speaker. He has appeared in numerous television shows and international magazines. Acharya ji is a senior consultant yoga at Maharishi Ayurveda Hospital, Delhi. He is a faculty and mind counselor at Krishna Yoga and Naturopathy Center, Delhi. He is a member and advisor of many social and spiritual organizations. He is the author of Yoga and Nature Care of Diabetes, available on Amazon.in. Hearty welcome to Acharya Shri Krishna Dev ji, also today with us in this particular program. Then we have also got Dr. Prashant Raj Gupta ji. Wonderful combination. What a beautiful combination. A doctor for allopathic when you talk about the MBBS, but at the same time have taken the different intensive path towards Ayurveda, holistic healing, wellness, and wonderful living. How can we be full all the time in a wonderful way while living in this world? Dr. Prashant is a trained intensivist and a pulmonologist. Dr. Prashant has extensive medical experience across preventive medicine, general medicine, emergency medicine, and respiratory medicines, particularly when we are passing through this coronavirus and this particular lockdown. The respiratory system, to understand and to have the remedial measure, is very, very important. So, Dr. Saab, lot to look forward from you. He's a strong believer in a holistic approach that encompasses the modern medicine, Ayurveda, nutrigenetics, epigenetic, yoga, and medical astrology. He has devised special food and diet regimen after years of extensive research and experience. I think this is very important. You got to tell about the food and the diet part, what to eat, when to eat, where to eat, how much to eat. Because when the food is a little economical, people have a tendency to go in a buffet and eat more. So I think you will give some remedies there as well. His vision of considering food as a primary medicine has successfully helped many patients with chronic diseases. He has developed potent and effective Ayurveda skills like Nadi Pariksha and Marma Chikitsa down the year of learning. He has also developed expertise in identifying and formulating cost-effective special herbal medicines along with the dietary modifications to treat chronic and critical disorders. we extend a very hearty welcome while focusing on food, nutrition, holistic wellness, well-being, whatever we can think of, extending a very hearty welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, somebody has to provide a product also. Because unless the product doesn't reach overseas, because today the whole world is looking towards India, what India has got to offer when the whole world is passing through one of the most difficult times, when the universe is facing, this entire planet is facing a very, very difficult time. And when you've given the time and you call it a COVID-19. So we have got Mr. Ram Srivastavaji. He's the director of the Maharishi Ayurveda products. He is the director of Maharishi Ayurveda India and Europe, heading marketing and international business development. Hearty welcome to you. He is a trustee of the Maharishi Ayurveda Hospital, New Delhi, and Maharishi International University, Iowa, USA. He is a certified teacher of transcendental meditation and is involved with various activity within the Maharishi organizations. I was telling him, you look young now also. You must have been pretty young when I met Maharishi Ji for the first time in 1987, when I was with the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, and I had gone to see your transcendental meditation. And there was a series which was developed and telecast on Delhi Doordarshan. He is deeply committed to achieve Maharishi's challenging vision of creating a disease-free society. Mr. Ram Srivastava is engaged in implementing his blueprint of establishing Maharishi Ayurveda brand in India and overseas internationally. So, ladies and gentlemen, rest of the things I'll share a little later with you. I extend a very hearty welcome to my fellow panelists, my distinguished panelists, and my worthy panelists. And we start with, because people talk about Ayurveda, and India is known for Ayurveda. So what I would request each one of you, 8 to 10 minutes, kindly dedicate it yourself. I won't come in between at all, because that would be impolite on my part. I don't want to stand between you and the audience world over. Mind you, the whole world is waiting and looking towards India. Give us the solution. Give us something what you have got to offer from India for well-being, holistic healing, and wellness when we talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, with these words, hearty welcome to all of you and hearty welcome to my fellow panelists. And there we go with Dr. Alok Srivastavaji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Dr. Gulshan Sharma ji of International Chamber of Service Industry, Dr. Mr. Anshul from Namo Gange Trust, and both the organization who organized this webinar, especially in this era. And we know this era is a COVID era, actually. It is a COVID year, COVID-19 year. And we are suffering with a pandemic called COVID-19. It is actually worldwide. And it is very right time to discuss about the lifestyle well-being, actually. We know many things about the lifestyle disorders, lifestyle management, and through yoga, through Ayurveda, through allopathy, and through naturopathy. But I'm going to discuss something different because already we have known everything. I think multiple things about the medical system and about the COVID-19. And directly I will discuss about the management of lifestyle, and basically it's our duty to save ourselves and society as well in this particular era. Much more you have listened so far the daily routine, food, nutrition, and most importantly immunity also. I'm not going to tell all these things because you all are aware very much. I'm going to discuss about your health, and especially about your health and the parameters by which we can manage out the lifestyle and our healthy system of the body. So when I'm talking about your health, and when I'm talking about our health, and I'm talking about individuals' health, and it is I think it is not new, but for the most of the person it is new. And you can think that why I am saying it is our health, your health, because health has a definite parameters. But my friend, health doesn't have definite parameters as specific parameter. It changes by person to person. I means I am healthy, you are not healthy, and by means you are healthy, I am not healthy, and the healthy person and health of a person is individualistic, and the health is always individual. In Ayurveda, is this individual health is defined as prakriti, and there are certain parameters of different kind of individuality, you can say, but different kind of individuality have a certain parameters. So if you talk a medicine of for your disease, and it is for your disease, and it may be or may not be beneficial for others, or especially any person other than you, it may be or may not be beneficial. So first you have to understand the nature of your individuality. So you have to understand the nature of your individuality. So how can you measure, how can you understand the nature of your individuality? So I'm going to tell something about Dr. Sharma has said that 8 to 10 minutes we have only, so we cannot elaborate so much. But I have to tell something in key manner. There are three types of prakriti in Ayurveda. Three types of prakriti: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. You know, and Vata symbolizes air, Pitta symbolizes fire, and Kapha symbolizes water and earth. And what does it mean? It means air is always in movement, fire is always in breaking something, and in catabolism or in anabolism, and kapha is always stagnant. Kapha is always on with the gravity. So your body is always formed by all the three things. But when the vata is dominant, this is called vata dominant prakriti. Pitta dominant prakriti, and kapha qualities are dominant, then we call kapha dominant prakriti. So how will we know? So I tell you, for Vat Prakriti, as you can investigate, or you can see that if you are lean and thin, and your mind is not so fixed, your mind is always in moving position, your skin is rough and dry, your appetite is uneven, you are anxious, you are stressed. Basically this is your basic instinct, and you have incomplete evacuation of bowel, you have a discomfort of bowel regularly, and you drink excessive water or you don't drink water. So you can think yourself as a vata prakriti. You are vata prakriti. Why I'm telling about these prakriti? First, I'm telling about this prakriti in this COVID era. This is called pandemic, and everyone is trying to prepare a medicine, trying to prepare a vaccine, trying to prepare immunological enhancer or immunity booster. But you know anything that a food that is if you I'm giving you example. If you have a food, you are very fond of that particular food, but your children not, your wife not. Why? The food is not food is uh, as much as food. But your prakriti tells your prakriti what the mahabhut, what the five the vata, pitta, and kapha, vata dosha is dominant your prakriti. Your liking is like that. So just for food, it is like a medicine also. It is meals for medicine also, for rasayanas also, for immunity boosters also. So you can choose your immunity booster for you individually. You can choose your wife's immunity booster for your wife. You can choose your children's immunity booster for children. Likewise medicine, likewise food, likewise anything else. So first of all, you have to know your prakriti. First of all, you have to know your individuality. So I told you about the Vat prakriti, just like Pitta prakriti. If you have a burning problem, if you have a sharp intelligence, if you have a good digestion, if you have if you cannot tolerate hot weather, so you can think that you are in Pitta prakriti. So as in case of kapha prakriti, if you have a good body, if you have a good compact body, if you have a very peaceful mind, if you have a stagnant mind, if you have trouble in your digestion but not uneven, so you can think yourself as a Kapha Prakriti. So if you categorize yourself in Vat Prakriti, Pit Prakriti, and Kapha Prakriti, and it is very easy to manage all the things. Because if a food, just like a banana is not good for Kapha Prakriti person, because banana itself has a quality of gravity. Banana itself has a quality of snigdhata, oleation. Banana itself has a quality to reduce the appetite. Banana itself has a quality to build a muscle. So it is not suitable for the Kapha Prakriti. It is suitable for the Vata Prakriti. So if you want an immunity booster, ashwagandha is not good for the Kapha Prakriti. Ashwagandha is good for the Vata Prakriti. Ashwagandha is good for the Pitta Prakriti. Guduchi is good for Giloy. Terminalia is good for the Kapha Prakriti. So you choose first, and you investigate first yourself. First you investigate what is your Prakriti, and according to the Prakriti, you can choose your food, you can choose your rasayan, you can choose immunity booster, you can choose your medicine, anything else. So you have heard about Guduchi, you have heard about Brahmi, you have heard about Ashwagandha, you have heard about Mulethi, Glycyrrhiza glabra, and you have heard about Arjuna, you have heard about many things. Even grapes, all the immunity boosters, especially um, anar, that is called pomegranate, is an immunity booster. These are all the immunity boosters, but you have to choose. You have to choose according to your Prakriti. This is the first point I have to tell you. Second point is most is again important. According to the Prakriti, your body metabolism is managed. According to your Prakriti. If you have a Pitta Prakriti, your metabolism is very high. If you have a Vata Prakriti, your metabolism is uneven. If you have a Kapha Prakriti, your metabolism is very steady and slow. So according to metabolism, your medicine is also important. If you have, if you, just for example, if you have any problem of sneezing, if you have any problem of coughing, if you have any problem of dyspnea, then what is it? It is a problem of cough actually. These are the problems of cough doshas, and you have to choose the medicine against the cough doshas. One vasa is not actually used in every particular patient. The patient, I am a patient, I have these problems, and another patient who has these problems, another patient who has these problems. Once alone vasa is not going to solve the problem. So if I have a problem, I have to take ginger, because I am a Kapha Prakriti. So first of all, you have to know that if you are a Kapha Prakriti, these symptoms are regulated by, these symptoms are eliminated by shunthi, that is the ginger. And if you are in Pitta Prakriti, these symptoms are regulated by Mulethi, Glycyrrhiza glabra. And if you are a Vata Prakriti, these symptoms are regulated by simple Gogrit, simple cow ghee. Cow ghee can manage all your dyspnea, your sneezing, and all the things. You have to understand these things again for medicine also. So I have to tell some names of medicine, and if you are going to introspect about your Prakriti, and you can use these medicines. So just like if you I'm going to tell just first medicine of the COVID, for the COVID patients. Dr. Sharma, I can tell the medicine. I think your microphone is muted, I think. Your microphone is muted, I think.
Welcome to go ahead. But if you know the authenticity of the medicine, because that's very important,
Yeah.
ICMI is already carrying out a lot of studies and all that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yes, as a
Just
precaution,
I'm saying some home remedies actually.
sure, sure.
Some home remedies for these type of symptoms actually.
Hmm.
And three or four remedies, three or four drugs you have already in your kitchen. That is ginger. Ginger is very important part of your kitchen. Number two is allium cepa. There is a rason. Rason is the most important thing. That is the um, piper longum, nigrum and longum. I think mirach. This and guduchi, giloy, guduchi, soft and a good jaggery. You know all the things. These are the medicines you have already in your kitchen. Ginger, rason, piper nigrum, guduchi, soft and good. If you have a problem of COVID, like flu, if you have a problem of flu, you can, if you are cough prakriti, you can use ginger with the good. Most important thing, if you are of cough prakriti and you have a problem of flu-like symptoms, not COVID or positive or negative, flu-like symptom, you have to take ginger with good. And if you are pitta prakriti, if you are pitta prakriti, you have to take guduchi with warm water, with warm water. And it is a combination for pitta prakriti in case of flu-like symptoms, along with ginger. If you are of cough prakriti, sorry, if you are a vat prakriti, you can take rason kalka, rason in paste form, along with kali mirach, along with piper nigrum. This is an example. This is just as example because if you have a kitchen and these drugs in your kitchen, you can use all the things, but in very different way. It is not the way that if you have if all the six medicines combined and give a and form a decoction for every patient. This is not a scientific idea. That I want to tell you. If you know your prakriti, then you can choose accordingly, and you can choose accordingly, and you can use accordingly in case of your disorders or any kind of symptoms. So these are the drugs. And again, you have heard about brahmi, you have about guduchi, you have heard about ashwagandha, you had heard about draksha, and you have heard about jatamansi. These all the immunity boosters of the ayurveda. If you are of kaph prakriti, then you can use guduchi. If you are of vat prakriti, then you can use ashwagandha. If you are of pitta prakriti, then you can use mullet. Simply.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you.
uh, Dr. Sharma, I think it is not the platform to elaborate all the things.
Yes.
And thank you very much for having me in for these type of
Very
session. Thank you very much.
kind of you. We will have some question answer session later with you. Now, before I invite our Acharya Krishan Dev ji, I would like to recognize that Shri Ravindra Jain ji, who is one of the prominent person in Myanmar, and he comes out with his newspaper, and he has got his broadcast and couple of other areas of 4-hour consultancy. He has joined us from Yangon, from Myanmar. We extend him a very hearty welcome. We have also been joined from Hounslow, London, Sardar Singh ji, who is the president of Hounslow Chamber of Commerce. We extend you also a very hearty welcome. Dr. Fatma, we extend you a hearty welcome. Thank you. Now, may I request Shri Acharya Krishna Dev ji? I would only humble request folding hands. Kindly take 8 to 10 minutes. Give your point. Go to the specific points, and then thereafter we proceed because people are expecting a lot from us. Thank you. Please go ahead.
So, sir, before going ahead, I'll request before it is 10 minutes, 2 minutes before, please let me know because in the flow I'll forget what is the
I
time.
will fold my hands.
Oh, sir, same here. So, okay, welcome you all, divine souls from different part of the world, and thank you very much, Sri Gulshan Sharma ji and your team, sir, and the Namo Gange team. Thank you for making a beautiful platform where we can meet our global family at one platform. It is really a pleasure meeting all divine souls there. So before we go further, let's begin with Om Chanting. This is our tradition that before we go further, let's welcome our Supreme Soul of God so that He can bless us, so that we can listen to well. So this is also a kind of prayer. This is called Udgit Pranayama. So we can use breathing here. So slowly and gradually we breathe in through nostril, and by chanting Om through mouth we exhale the breath. So 3 times we go this way. You all can join together. Rub your hands to your face and relax. And then, since we all know that this beautiful body is a divine gift from God to all of us, so and in fact, we should consider that this is we are the caretaker of this body. But He is the owner, so we should honor this body in that way. So let's do one more activity, and my all my 10 minutes, I'll try to go on like practical activities, practical aspects of the yoga because yoga is not limited to yoga mats only. So and all the knowledge parts and all the other asanas and all that, this is not the right time to explain much about that. And little part of that I will touch, of course. Before going there, every participant I'll request. You can hug this way. You can embrace yourself this way warmly, and and then 3 longer and deeper breath by saying, first of all, inhale yourself. Exhale by saying, I love myself. One more breath. I respect myself. One more breath in. And I promise that I will take very good care of myself. Thank you, God, for this beautiful body. Thank you, God, for everything you have given us in our life. Thank you so much. Now, come out of that. Rub your hands again. The first prayer was to welcome God. This was to love yourself. Now, time to heal the world. So now bring out your hand this way. We all know, who are familiar with yoga, that we have 7 chakras, 7 energy centers: the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya, and Sahasrara. So assume that this is this antenna called Sahasrara. We are attracting all the divine energy coming to the spine, to the hand. Now visualize your family members wherever in the world, and you can send this healing energy, prayer energy, to all of them. First, your family members. The whole world is in need of this healing prayer. The second prayer is for our neighborhood area, neighbors. Next, for your native country, for all the brotherhood and peace. And finally, one prayer for the global family. In a spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole universe is our family. That is spirit, that is the true message of yoga. Now you're also recharged with this energy. Rub your hands and you can touch any part of your body and you can energize yourself. So every morning we can develop this practice, and before going to bed also, this cleans your aura, cleans all the negativity. Going further, as far as asanas and pranayamas are concerned, so any asana if you have been doing since long time, you can do that. Only one thing I'll add that by watching television or just reading the books, please don't practice yoga because that may be harmful for you. That is very important. So only practice under proper guidance of a good therapist or good yoga teacher. Today, like in pandemic situation, we have online session. So that is always a good option that go to live session with your particular need. Suppose you are 4 family members. So every yoga is not for every individual. So is pranayama. So it must be need-based, customized yoga, customized pranayamas. That is very important. Otherwise, it may be harmful by just watching television or reading books and learning with untrained teachers. So that is very important. Yoga is very, very powerful, but it depends from whom you're learning. So as far as asanas are concerned, you can use light asanas according to your age and your mental and physical situation, condition, like Tarasana, Tiryak Tarasana, Surya Namaskar, but not Surya Namaskar is not for those who are having cervical or back pain issues. So no forward bending for cervical in case, and then back pain, there is no forward bending yoga to you. So please take care of that. And then pranayama, we have 4 simple pranayama. This is very popular pranayama and kriya, that Kapalbhati kriya for 5 minutes, Anulom Vilom for 5 minutes, and then Bhastrika 20 into 3 or 5 minutes. Then you can add Agnisar kriya also, that is really good for stomach and your mental peace. And then Brahmari pranayama is really very, very important. So since we have very limited time, so I couldn't demonstrate you much. But yes, this is easy to practice. So I just inspire you to please do that, because this is the ultimate way. Yoga is the only hope in today's world and even coming tomorrow as well. So that is really, really good for you. So I will just, as Sir Gulshan Sharma sir has, described a little bit about laughter yoga today morning. So I thought I should add a little bit of laughter yoga, because all the world isn't having the whole world is talking about immunity, but that is only limited to body immunity they are talking about. What about mental immunity? So we all need to enrich our mind, and like meditation, this laughter yoga is one of the great stress buster we have been doing in corporates, and it's a great result I have found. So I hope that everybody is comfortable, that you not only watch, you just be part of this and you enjoy that. This is instant stress buster. So we begin with we call it fake it until you make it. So initially it is like childish. Yoga makes us like a child. We are all divine child of God. All the heaviness of ego, education, age, blah blah blah, makes us uncomfortable. So become light, become simple. We are all divine child of God. So going for laughter yoga, you be ready like this, like a fighter. And now this is also a very good cardiovascular yoga. It's good for your heart and all the system. It's lungs as well and respiratory system as well. So we inhale, and then without swaying the tip, we inhale, go upward this way, and exhaling, we come downwards by laughing this way. Once you can have a look. So initially we go artificially, and then automatically it comes out spontaneously. And now going further, full of laughter. Now this was the preparation of laughter. Now every time we inhale this way. First we inhale. Thank you so much. There are different techniques. Goes around 20 minutes, so half an hour, even 1 hour, as per demands and available time. So this was just introduction of that. So we can explore more laughter yoga on that. And every day we can create, some kind of laughter. And then I will add one meditation process also. This is very important because insomnia, sleep disorders is very, very common, like back pain, cervical, hypertension, and other issues. I think WHO report once I have seen that every fifth person on this, earth is taking sleeping pills. I don't know, like only doctors can make this clear that how much is the reality of this. But anyway, so see, Bhagavad Gita said, Yukta Ahar Dharasya. Like one who is regulated, who is disciplined in sleep, food, in work habits, and recreational activities. Those who practices yoga can come out of all the suffering, all the material suffering. So this is the science, and all this. I will also add some authentic scripture, because a lot of people from outside India, they're asking for where's the authentic book. So I'll say that some authentic scriptures are there. Like you can go for Mahasi Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Gharana Samhita, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, Bhagavad Gita. So these are few authentic scriptures you must know, because when in India people are just reading this and that books, but they are not aware of authentic books. That is our legacy. So you must know the right source. And as I said, that yoga is not limited to the asanas only. So it begins one day before you wake up in the morning. So early in the morning, when you start with your yoga time and the rest of the activities. So after 1 hour's yoga, how you live 23 hours, that makes a big difference in our life. So like we do meditation, sometimes we do we practice yoga also, but we forget that whole the delicacy. We are all aware that if we are taking some unhealthy food, our health is disturbed. Same way, we are taking some kind of intakes through ears, whole the day, through eyes, and that create a programming in our subconscious mind. And in yoga, we call it sanskaras. All the accumulation of different source of information. So garbage in, garbage out. People are worried. Even good people are worried because we are not regulated. We are not disciplined. What we are watching throughout the day, what we are listening throughout the day, that may contaminate our consciousness, and that can cure our consciousness. So that is my message. I think time is done. That is why you. Oh, I'm so sorry. There was a lot to share, but anyway, that is good. A lot of panelists is awaiting. So thank you so much. Time, wonderful.
Thank you, Acharya ji. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. We had Ayurveda. Thereafter, we have moved on to yoga, something on meditation. And there's so much new which we have picked up today. The same medicine in the same proportion cannot be given to everybody. And we all are individual human beings. And Vata, Pitta, Kapha also, which he mentioned earlier. And particularly now Acharya ji gave something wonderful, how from inside you should feel happy, and 1 hour giving for that and 23 hours enjoying rest. That is the package we are going to carry with us. With these words, I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Prashant Raj Gupta ji now, and floor is yours, and let's floor everybody.
No, namaskar. Today, everyone knows that there is a very big pandemic going on, which is a COVID-19. And the main thing, the bad thing of this COVID-19, that there's a lot of economical, healthcare, everything losses is there all over the world. But the best part of this COVID-19 is that at least we have start thinking where we all are going, where the nature is going, where the mankind is going. We at least understand what is the need, what are the immune system. We are talking like the immune system. We are talking about the lifestyle. We are talking about what we are taking, what we are eating, what we are thinking. So what is my concern is that we have to think about holistically. We have to think about integrative plan. Like for example, if we have, if we want to go for an immune system, if we want to build up your immune system, that is not like you can go for some medicine, you go for some drugs, you go for some exercise, yoga or everything. You have to have a complete approach. So in our Vedic science, in our Vedic culture, We have a three things which we are taught from our grandfather, our mother, our grandmother. That three things you have to follow properly if you want to live a very peaceful and healthy life. First of all, that you have a very proper behavior, you have a very proper thinking, you have a very proper attitude towards your nature, towards your environment, towards the people around you. Because what we are talking, what we are thinking, and what we are behaving with the people around you is the nature which we are generating inside our body also. Because 95% of this of the disease which we are suffering all over the world started with psychosomatic illnesses, and they carry forward towards a organic disease. So first of all, we have to think that these behavior attitude, these thinking attitude, this attitude towards the nature is the deciding factor ki how your body will behave to the nature. This is a regulation, this is a rule, that your nature is deciding ki where you will go. So first of all, we have to think that we have to behave properly. We have to have a good relationship with our people surrounding. We have a very calmness, kindness to the nature. This is the first thing which I want to talk to you. Second, the main thing is that what we are doing in daily activity. What are the daily activity we are doing, your lifestyle? But for this, you have to understand there is a structure which is called a biological clock. So the biological clock is a structure which is governed by the when the sunlight comes out, and which is governed by the when sunlight goes down, sun goes down. This is biological clock is necessary because all your hormones or your systems is completely governed with this biological system. So if you want that, you want to understand that you have correct time of your food intake is your early morning. You have a very good meal in the early morning, and the dinner should be very light and it should be very early. But the problem is that the people are doing opposite to all these things. That they have a very light breakfast, and the dinner is like that. That the dinner is like the heavy dinner, because they think that the people, that a family has come now. It is a time to sit together and have a had a dinner properly. But our Ayurveda says that when you have in the morning that sunlight goes up, your digestion will goes up, and when the sunlight goes down, your digestion goes down. And if we are eating in a very good meal also in a very bad digestion time, then you are not getting a proper immune system. So first of all, it is not necessary that you are taking a good food. It is also necessary when you are taking this food. So first of all, we have to understand what are the food, what is the timing where we are taking the food items. Second thing, when we are sleeping, like for example, the people are thinking that if we take a 6 or 8 hours sleep, that is sufficient. We can sleep at 2 o'clock in the night. If we can sleep at 3 o'clock in the night, and we wake up at 11 o'clock in the morning. But this is not a correct way. We have to sleep at a particular moment of time when there is a time which is granted by your system, when there is a hormonal system. This is a system which is lacking when you travel from one place to another. This is called jet lag. This is all you feel, that when you cross one country to another country, you feel a jet lag because your hormones are made like this. So you have to follow the circadian rhythm. You have to follow the proper sleep pattern, because sleep is the only way to nourish your system. Those people who have a sleep apneas, those who have a insomnia, they are high prone for a metabolic disorders. They are high prone for the sleep or metabolic diseases, and they will not treat it also. And third one, what I want to tell you, that what are the food and nutrition you are taking? What are the things you are applying on your skin also? What are the things you are applying on your hair also? That is also deciding your immune system. For example, the food which we are eating, the nutrition which we are eating is a deciding factor of how your immune system will go. For example, if your diet is rich in maida, rich in refined products, rich in refined vegetable oils, your immune system will compromise. If your food is rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, then your immune system will go in a proper direction. And what we are cooking is also we don't know. We are cooking in a pressure cooker cooking. We don't know how to cook a food properly, because the nutrition we are losing in our cooking itself. We are losing our nutrition, because nutrition is a deciding factor how your body will respond, how your body will behave in a proper way. So we have to think about what is the food which we are eating, what is the food, how we are making also, and which vessel in which we are making the food also. Because if we are using the aluminum vessels, if we are using a microwave, you are damaging the nutrition of the food. You are damaging the complete nutritive value of the food. So there is no value whether you are eating organic food or you are eating any spoiled food also, because you already damage your nutrition. You are eating only grass only, just a grass which have no nutrition, only fibers and fibers. The taste which we are feeling in the food is only just spices which we have, flavors which we have put into it while cooking only. So the some main thing is that we have to understand the wrong thing which we are doing within the lifestyle, in a behavior. You should understand that nearly more than 60% of the disease worldwide, they have indirectly are autoimmune disorders. Means your body, your immune system is damaging your own system. And this is the very bad thing for your body also, because your body is not identifying that your body is damaged by yourself. And this is the very bad thing, because these are the peoples who those who are behavior, because this autoimmune disease is completely governed by your behavior to the society. If you have a very kind hearted feeling, if you are person who give to other people, then your autoimmune disease will correct yourself also, because this disease, these are the type of disease started from your immune system, your brain. Because your body have a 7 chakras. All these 7 chakras is governed by your behavior, by your stress, and by these planets which is surrounding on your ecosystem. These chakras, these planets which is governing all these chakras. So how you behave to the surroundings, these chakras get affected, and these chakras indirectly supporting your this called organs and organ system, and ultimately this organ and organ system get compromised. So first of all, we have to understand what are the things we are eating, what are the things how we are cooking, what are the things what we are applying on your skin, because skin is also the structure from where we are getting nutrition, we are getting food, we are getting nutrition, because we are using shampoos, we are using these hair conditioners, this contains a lot of chemical, and that are absorbing directly through your skin and get deposited in your subcutaneous fat. So we have to take care of all these things also, because we ignore all these things and we think that why we get cancer. We have not eat any alcohol, we have not eat any smoking, we have not have any type of wrong thing in my life, but still I got a cancer. So these are the things which we are doing, but we don't know that these are the harmful things. Even we don't know what are the incompatible food which we are eating. For example, if we are eating milk with fruits, if we are eating milk with the salt, if we are eating milk with any sour products, then you have a disease which have an autoimmune origin, because these are the products which generate inside your body. These will act as a foreign to your system, and your body will fight against it, and there is a chances you get autoimmune diseases. So you have to think about in this sense what are the food which we are eating, what are the things which we are thinking. So I want there is a phenomenon which is governed by your system, which is taken as a holistically, which is taken in a proper way, and the proper channel should be understood. And the psychosomatic illness, there are a lot of psychosomatic thought processes also there, there. And last thing which I want to explain, in an ancient time, there is a three prakritis is there: vata prakriti, pitta prakriti, kapha prakriti. And right now also there is a science which is we are dealing like nutrigenomics and nutritional epigenetics. For all your information, I am telling these two branches. If you understand these two branches, you can understand that there is a lot of things which we can do. Nutrigenomics, what it is dealing is, it is telling that if you can change, but by for example, your mother have a diabetes, your father has a diabetes, and there is a chances that you also have a diabetes. But with food and nutrition, there is a chances that you can decrease the expression of your genes, in your body, so that the presentation of your disease will go. For example, we are sitting like 5 or 6 people. If we eat curd in night, some of them in the morning will have a cough, some of them has a very generalized body ache, and some have very good motion. That is because everybody has a different constitution, different phenotype, So every food item will differently. So we have to identify which food item is good for our health, which food item is not good for health. And that the best way is that if we eat something, if we feel that after eating this thing, I feel very energetic, I feel very enthusiastic, and I feel I feel very blind. That means that food is good for us. If we are feeling that we feel dull after eating something, if we are feeling not active after eating something, that means that food is not functioning properly inside your body. So just a crush, we have to think about what we are thinking and behavior. We have to think about what we are eating. We have to think about what we are cooking. We have to think about what we are applying of your skin and hairs. And we have to think about how we are behaving with the environment and nutrition, and what are the daily activity and lifestyle we are following. That does not mean that if we want to sleep at 6 hours, that we does not mean at any time we can sleep, anytime we can eat. So everything we have to understand, everything we have to follow. This is what I am about to talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Prashantji. Very kind of you. And I have taken few very important points which I'm going to utilize for my future talks. You mentioned three very important things: behavior, thinking, and attitude. Those three keywords, very, very important, which you have given. And of course, food, nutrition, lifestyle. Thank you very much. I think that all is going to go deep down. We extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Hemraj from the Minerva College of Education, who has joined us over here. Very, very hearty welcome to you. There is a question also which will be taken by Alok Srivastavaji later on. And of course, okay. Now, we have talked about Ayurveda, we have talked about yoga, we have talked about meditation, we have talked about lifestyle, we have talked about holistic healing, we have talked about wellness, and the complete process we have talked about. Now comes the product, because people are world over looking forward to what product also you have got to give it to us. So product and services combined together, we have got Shriram Srivastavaji, and I request you kindly give us what exactly are your products, where all your establishments are, so that the people, those are world over, and you can just give a little bit panoramic view so that world over the people can be benefited for the same. Please go ahead with these words. Hearty welcome to Shriram Srivastavaji.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, and thank you to the organizers for organizing such a summit in which we are invited and we can talk about our own experiences regarding the current COVID situation. These times will be remembered as dark times for humanity for many years to come. And this reminds me of the words of our founder, His Holiness Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, that we don't fight darkness at the level of darkness. Instead, we bring in the second element. We basically just switch on the light in a dark room, and the light takes over the darkness. In the same context, we've heard from my fellow panelists about yoga, about Ayurveda, about natural ways of living. All of these Vedic sciences are the light for today, are that second element which we need to bring in our life to illuminate our lives in these times. We talk about the COVID situation in a way that everything was perfect before this, and the coronavirus has created a big disruption. But if we rewind our lives even just 2 months, nothing was perfect even then. We saw suffering, strain, disease, problems all everywhere that we saw. What is the solution? The solution is in our ancient scriptures, in our ancient texts, is going back to nature, going back to the self, enliven the light within you to take care of all problems in life. So with this, I'd like to share a small presentation that elaborates upon the Maharishi group. So Dr. Sharma, I think my screen must be visible now.
Sure, please.
Great. So this is a picture of His Holiness Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who's our guiding light. I'm going to be talking about 4 aspects in my talk today: which is products, services, education and research, and transcendental meditation. So what have Maharishi Ayurveda products been doing in this current situation? In these challenging times, we've been exporting products to more than 25 countries. And these are products which include all the way from rasayanas to food supplements to personal care products to consumption products. We fortunately, with the support of the government of India, come under the Essential Commodities Act. Hence, we were allowed to operate during these times, and were also allowed to export these important items which were required by the most hit countries by Corona, like the US, Italy, UK, Germany, Netherlands, etc. Our doctors, our team of doctors, as well as our Vaidyas, have put together a protocol for immunity boosting using Maharishi Ayurveda Rasayanas for international Maharishi Ayurveda practicing doctors. And the results are extremely motivating. Talking about the service side, we have a state-of-the-art Ayurveda exclusive hospital with the best-in-class Vaidyas and therapists, treating over 15,000 OPDs and 600 IPDs from over 85 countries every year. And at this time, this hospital has been designated a COVID-19 testing center and a quarantine facility by the Delhi government. So our Corona warriors, our Ayurveda Corona warriors are there to serve people and help the people of Delhi during this time. Another service aspect, when our clinics had been shut, when their physical consultations could not be done, our doctors and senior Vaidyas took on the digital medium to deliver webinars as well as information for people who are getting into the anxiety and the depression zone, to take them out, let them know that we are here to help you, we are here to set your routine right, and we are here for any kind of guidance. Another great achievement that our team has been doing is also connecting and binding together and bringing together the Ayurveda community, which is in the field of education and research, which are the two key pillars of Maharishi Ayurveda. We recently conducted an international online Ayurveda symposium, the subject was role of Ayurveda in the current pandemic to propagate the Ayush advisory and protocols to the Western world. This symposium was headed by the Ayush Minister, Honorable Sir Shripad Yeso Nayak ji, and joined by 12 countries, where the Ayush Ministry described their protocol and propagated that, as well as these 12 countries, Ayurveda associations and senior doctors of these 12 countries discussed their experiences of how they've been using Ayurveda in the current situation. We've also been conducting scientific case study based webinars for the Ayurveda medical fraternity. Our university in America, which is the first and the only recognized university to give out a master's and a bachelor's course in Ayurveda in America. At this time, when people need Ayurveda knowledge at the most, provides free online courses to propagate Ayurveda globally. I'd encourage everybody to visit Maharishi International University website and make use of these courses online. Talking about the research wing, clinical trials conducted at world-renowned institutions like AIIMS, KGMC Lucknow, University of California, University of Toronto, Gifu University, Japan. More than 100 scientific researches have been published in peer-reviewed journals. Clinical trials conducted in wide spectrum of diseases like immunity, oncology, comorbid conditions, etc. Maharishi Ayurveda. There's some disturbance coming, Dr. Sharma. I think it's better now. So Maharishi Ayurveda is the first company to establish protocols for Ayurveda research. I remember when our team started research at AIIMS, the protocols were skewed towards allopathic research. And this is the time when Maharishi Ayurveda established, along with AIIMS, the protocols for Ayurveda research on Ayurveda. We currently have a dedicated research cell based out of AIIMS, New Delhi. There are ongoing research going on products like Glucomap, which is for diabetes, Amrit Kalash, and many more. I'd like to specially talk about one of our products which is very relevant for the current times. The name of the product is Maharshi Amrit Kalash. It is an intensively researched rasayana. The story of this product goes when Maharshi asked the top Vaidyas of India to formulate a formulation which is not only for prevention but also for cure. And this is when the three top Vaidyas of India came up with a formulation which includes 53 precious herbs. And this was as a part of Maharshi's vision to create a disease-free society. This product, Amrit Kalash, has been clinically tested and scientifically validated for immunity building. In fact, we've also submitted a paper for doing research on the current COVID situation. It is a potent full-spectrum free radical scavenger, highly effective in managing comorbid conditions like diabetes, blood pressure, rheumatoid arthritis, respiratory disorders like asthma, COPD, bronchitis, etc. So if anybody from the group would like more information, they can visit our website or get in touch with us. We'd be happy to help you. Now, the fourth leg of my talk, I will talk about transcendental meditation, which is a part of the non-profit arm of the Maharshi organization, engaged in propagating the Vedic sciences in more than 150 countries. Transcendental meditation is a very simple, efficient, effortless technique of meditation done 15-20 minutes in the morning, 15-20 minutes in the evening. There have been more than 700 scientific researches. It is the most researched form of meditation available today in the world, which benefits all aspects of life, including mind, body, behavior, the sense of peace, etc. There's also a proposal submitted recently by us to the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, in the impact of transcendental meditation on stress and immunity of healthcare providers involved in the COVID-19 patient care at AIIMS, New Delhi. So this is a brief presentation in which we talk about what the Maharshi Group is involved with: products, services, research, transcendental meditation, and education. The message from my talk, or the ask or the call to action, is coming back to self, coming back to nature. We see all around there is a sense of uncertainty. There's a sense of restlessness of where this corona thing has gotten us. But there's also a silver lining to the situation. We see videos which are shared on WhatsApp in which animals are coming back to the street. We hear the waters of the Ganga and the Yamuna river have purified itself. It's a message to humanity. We give hardly a month or 2 months to nature and nature revives itself. It's the same message for us. We need to revive our physiology, our mind, our mental status back to the self, in which we learn to stay without stresses and strains to really enjoy life to the fullest. We at Maharshi Ayurveda are here to serve all of you. All of our international viewers can get in touch with us. We can connect you to our distribution partners in your countries to provide service, products, and education. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was indeed a pleasure, because when you talked about the transcendental meditation, I went back to the era and I went back to the times when basically I visited your complex way back. I was just seeing 1987, and there were thousands of youth, small kids. They were sitting over there in your ashram, and 2 days I stayed over there, and I told from the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, through the Doordarshan, we made the 4 episodes. I still recollect. It was somewhere, I think, the same time, May, June 1987. Wonderful.
That's wonderful, sir.
It's such a pleasure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think the package, we have tried to make the bouquet and give it to all of you. Further, Namo Gange and ICSI would always be there. Anshul Agarwal ji and Vijay Kumar ji, both from the Namo Gange. I'm so deeply touched. And I would like to convey my deep thanks to Sandeep Majumdar ji also, who has joined us from Phnom Penh, from the capital of Cambodia. He is the president of the Indo-Cambodia Chamber of Commerce. Hearty welcome to you as well. I could just read your WhatsApp, and you wrote Dr. Sharma, I want to watch you quietly. So you need not to watch quietly. You got to take the product and services of Ayurveda and related services to Cambodia from India the best possible way. We got to share two slides with all of us over here. Uh, just go ahead. So Ramji, you're coming again. Thank you very much. And thereafter, we go to the next slide. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is the need of the hour when we talk about? The need of the hour is Ayurvedic products and alternative medicine systems. They got to be taken world over. We got to reach out as many countries, as many people, because like Ram was making a mention over here, that let's get back to nature. Nature can take care of itself. And Dr. Alok Srivastava and Acharya ji and Dr. Prashant in detail also discussed quite a bit of our food, our nutrition, our day-to-day life, our living lifestyle, and of course, one important point which Dr. Prashant ji has touched, the sleep. The sleep order is one of the problems which is going on in couple of countries with lots of people. So we will talk in detail. I think one of the session we will have separately onto that. But today, ladies and gentlemen, those have joined us, and particularly my distinguished eminent panelists, my deepest gratitude and thanks to you on behalf of Namo Gange, on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry. And this is the time to get to the wellness. This is the time to get to the holistic healing. And I think the motherboard of everything would also is whatever the humanity is resting on, whether you become engineer, you become doctor, you become scientist, you become whatever you become in life, the most important thing is education. So I wish to share with all of you that on 29th, because today is 27th, on Friday 29th, 4 p.m. in the evening, Indian Standard Time, we are going to have the Global Higher Education Skills, Technology and Opportunity special focus on Northeast part of India and ASEAN together, and UNESCO, Microsoft, and the gentleman who prepares the paper for South Asia, and he also has given advice to the Honorable Prime Minister's office on a number of occasions. All these distinguished guests are going to join us. Do meet us on Friday, 29th of May, 4 p.m. Indian Standard Time, wherever you are world over. And we would like to share with you what are the challenges during the COVID-19 and post-COVID-19. How are we switching from the classroom to the digital classroom, and school education, technical education, vocational education, higher education, and of course the education and the skills together, and the product which comes out of the institutions, basically how it has to move on to startups and self-employment and a couple of other areas. So with these words, once again, our deepest thanks to everybody for joining us today, and thanks for sharing your vision and your thought process with us. You all are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human beings, and we look forward to have many more interactions and many more such interface to help the humanity globally, because almost 800 billion people are looking forward to the lifestyle and wellness and holistic healing. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Thanks a lot to everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.